shooting this little film. The sun has been rising and I've just been doing my superhero morning practice. So I just wanted to give you the inside scoop on how I've refined that practice and distilled the essence even more than what we presented in the superhero training when we've been making these videos for you. So the secret is in the breath. What you're breathing is the spirit of life, pure and simple. That's it, period. I know you can understand that. You are breathing the spirit of life, the pure spirit of life that you are directly connected to. Depending on how you breathe that spirit defines how empowered you become with it. Okay? So this morning what I did, I didn't even get out of bed for a while. And all I did was just lay there in the peace, and I just connected through my intention with the Holy Spirit, the whole Spirit of life. That means the pure, unadulterated energy of life that is here all the time and is everywhere. And I breathe that with so much love on the inhalation and so much gratitude on the exhalation. Now, does it get any simpler than that? So, what's so difficult about superhero training? Why are people struggling? Why are people saying this course is not the most powerful course? This course is crap. It doesn't work. It's a waste of money. I want my money back. I had a couple of emails like that. I heard the word on the streets. I'll tell you for why. When you get stuck in your head and you start thinking about things from your head point of view, your ego point of view, your personality point of view, your physical body point of view, in the world of form, reacting to the way things appear to be. When you don't practice, when you don't do the things that we tell you to do, the protocols, and really get into them in a hardcore way, like we have done for years and years and years, then it doesn't work. Absolutely. It only works if you do it. And you have to keep doing it. I've been doing it for 25 years. You have to keep doing it to keep the dust off you, to keep the muck off you. If you were to do only two things, as far as I'm concerned, it's breathing that light and love, the spirit of life, with love and gratitude, with a really sweet heart connection, in total surrender, and prayer, forgiveness prayers. If you were to do only two things, that would be enough. Because you fill up your vessel, your soul, which is like the container for the Spirit. You fill it up with the Holy Spirit. And then you keep the dust off you, off that vessel, through prayer. So let's practice that, shall we? Let's practice a little more breathing. Just put your hands together. The reason you put your hands together like this is because it creates a circuit through your heart. Your heart's connected now. Feels good, huh? It's the best one. Drop into that heart space of gratitude. Connect with the spirit of life through your intention. You're going to say, hey, I love you. I'm ready for a merging. become soul conscious, that means super focal point of infinite light, tiny point of infinite light. Just focus inside of you somewhere as you breathe. And as you breathe in, imagine coming through that point, the most perfect love and light, pure truth of life, the pure spirit of life. Get your head around this. The spirit is the pure energy in life. It's the smallest thing, the finest thing, the least dense thing. And it's everywhere if you intentionally connect to it. You have to do it consciously. That's the first thing, your awareness of the Spirit, of the Holy Spirit. The second thing is your attitude towards it. Love and gratitude, love and gratitude, love and gratitude. Breathe it in like the sweetest fragrance, the sweetest nectar of love. You just keep doing that. That's all you do. And if you want to sing a little song, you can. You can sing a little song to the Holy Spirit. Pour your joy in me. Pour your joy into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, wonderful Spirit, wonderful Spirit. You see, that's the way to become human, a real human being. That's the way to become the real you. See, what I'm doing right now for you is demystifying religion, reclaiming the spiritual secret, the essence of it all, and revealing the great mystery to you. A great mystery. Why did Jesus come into the world? Why did he say, I leave the Comforter for you, meaning the Holy Spirit? You can't come where I'm going. You don't need me anymore because the Holy Spirit's here. I brought it. And you'll do greater things than me. Why did he say all those things? And how does it relate to this breathing? Well, you see, we were all thinking, speaking and acting all of the time. And the way we do that affects the atmosphere of life. You see? And that atmosphere is very important. If I go and train at a gym, lift weights, at a regular gym, where all those guys go and train and lift weights, and think those thoughts, with that orientation of their attitude, and their orientation of their awareness together, the consciousness that pervades that place, I come out filled with that energy and like feeling that energy all over me, getting into me and driving my food choices, driving my entertainment choices, my diversion choices, my attitude, my awareness. I feel it. You see? Our thoughts and words and actions, our feeling states, are very, very powerful. Even the least conscious individual in the world is very powerful. We define life, sculpt it. So you see, when we really humble ourselves, we're powerless. Our lives are unmanageable. Admit it. If you've never admitted that, it's a good time to do it. I am powerless. My life is unmanageable. Completely overwhelming. Without the presence of God. Now I hope those three little letters, the G-O-D combination, doesn't trigger too much in you, depending on what religious conditioning you've had. The presence of the essence, the spirit of all that is. Without that, our lives are unmanageable and we are powerless. We're not plugged in, so we have no power. And we're disconnected. We're alone, separate, overwhelming, unmanageable, can't cope. So we reconnect, become empowered, and allow the Spirit to guide us, the Holy Spirit, the energy of life. But the most important thing is not letting go of that connection. And Jesus talked about this. That's why he boiled the two commandments, the 10 commandments, or the 100 commandments. By then, boiled them down to 2. Love that Spirit with all your commitment, and love everyone else and everything as yourself. It's pretty simple stuff. And what he did, representing that level of consciousness, that understanding, existing in the world at that time, like we think things are barbaric and brutal now, the way people are being treated, and genocide, and all of the stuff that's going on. The level of consciousness, the density, the grossness of it all, the barbarism, and almost unimaginable for us. The brutes that were enforcing the political dictates, what kind of creatures they were. The densest, most backward, most disturbing redneck from the freaking backwoods you can imagine. The original mud monster hillbilly coming out the swamps of South Carolina is like a little refined, he's been to finishing school compared to the average individual walking around in the height of the Roman Empire. Things are evolving rapidly. The vibratory rate is increasing rapidly. The whole consciousness of humanity is increasing rapidly, even though it's still generally speaking quite low. So Jesus was doing what we're doing in those times, communicating these concepts, existing with this sensitivity, this tenderness, this exquisite appreciation and awareness of the beauty of life, and communicating that to brutes and superstitious, very simple, highly emotionally charged, primitive people. Not saying everyone was like that, but the masses, the mob. If ever you've been to Australia, you'll know what I'm talking about. No, I'm just kidding. The Australians will be smiling. Yeah. So it was a wonderful work that Jesus did. Jesus is one of my personal heroes, by the way. He's the Templar that, you know, sets the bar for me. And don't worry, I'm way off the bar, way off the level. But walking the path is the way, you know. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. You're inspired by, you know, whoever, but compare yourself to yourself. We're carrying, you know, Jesus said we'll do greater things than him, meaning our pedigree is a lot different to his. His was a very pure pedigree. He was a star being of the highest consciousness, an angel. You know, the angel Gabriel came down and inseminated Mary. The angel Gabriel inseminated Mary. Sounds like a star being. And Mary, very sweet, very pure, very good. Slightly different to my parents, possibly to yours. So our pedigree is different. That means our whole genetic lineage is different. More complications, more toxicity, more distortion, you see. These are like coding sequences throughout the millennia of lineage, ancestral lines, combinations. And the Holy Spirit, the pure Spirit, has to flow through that, you see. The pure Spirit flows through that and gets adulterated and changed and, you know, configured by its passage through that line. And this is what you get. Madman. You see? But we are the creatures. You know, we are Frankenstein's, Dr. Frankenstein, if you've seen Young Frankenstein. We are Dr. Frankenstein's creation, shuffling towards Bethlehem, back to the source within us. It's a beautiful thing. It's an archetypal journey. It's a mythological journey. And the good news is that the real work has been done. It's not like you have to pave the way. You're not leading the charge here and breaking through and smashing the whole thing. It's already been smashed. It's been done. Yeah. In this world. By at least one really, really real deal individual. And that's all you need. For the code to be inseminated into creation, for the code to be inseminated into human consciousness, so we can connect to it. Our consciousness can connect with that, with the code of that life, that demonstration of humanity. See, it's a great mystery life. We have to have tremendous humility for it. And simplify, simplify, simplify everything. Remember those 2 commandments. Love the Spirit, the Great Spirit, with all your heart and mind and soul. Love and gratitude. And then just radiate that out. Radiate it out. You don't even have to say anything. And you'll be the most powerful person in the world. Practice, 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 practice. Ah, I hope you're inspired. Loving you, appreciating you. Blessings on the way.